welcome to our assembly audit. It's been a very, very interesting day today. Good. In fact, we were surprised at what has been happening in this very, very short assembly. Last assembly was, compared to this, very, very boring. And we thought this one would not be so exciting, but it was very, very exciting till date, and today is a lot of pressure. So anyway, I would like to introduce our panel, starting off with Subhashish Goekar, our own journalist, Trajan Di Mello, politician, national spokesman of the TMC, and Francis Bab Coelho, politician. Welcome guys to our show. And Subhashish, you were there on the ground from morning. So what's been going on? Assembly, out of assembly, this I don't know. We've been hearing about jammers and like whatever. Just give us a general.
Yeah. So on the backdrop of the assembly, there was a protest that began today morning at 10 o'clock. Locals from Chimbel were there on ground, and a massive police force was there. 3 busloads of reserve police, PIs, DYSP, SP were all on ground, and the protesters were waiting till the assembly starts so they could march to the assembly. But this time police were prepared, unlike the time when the SC/ST protest happened and they managed to break through barricades up until the bridge. But this time they were prepared, and I think they were even more prepared, because they came with mobile jammers. A vehicle apparently worth 4 crores was there on site, and the media basically went and questioned the presence of that vehicle, asking why it was needed at that site, since it was not some major national security threat. It was just a few locals from Chimbel there asking that a mall not be built in their land.
There were not few, there were quite a few. Quite a few,
yes, quite a few were there. But the presence of a vehicle like that made no sense. So the media questioned, the DIG said, no, it is not to jam mobile. So then why was it even there? But then it was taken away after pressure. And after that, the protesters tried to make their way to the assembly, but the cops somehow managed to talk them to wait there and not proceed. So they sat down there and they were chanting slogans, and the ladies came together and they made up their own songs saying why they don't want the construction. It was quite interesting. In the backdrop of that, in the assembly, there was a major ruckus where Yuri Alamau and our very own TCP minister ended up having a verbal argument where things got a little bit sort of personal and political, where the Congress's history was
not
raised.
An argument. Vishwajit just ridiculed him. Anyway, let's get the politicians into it later, but yeah, you finish.
Yeah, so that was, we expect some main issues to be discussed, but here it was basically debating what Congress did in their past. This is something we've seen even in the national discourse, where the ruling is kind of putting ahead like, no, it's all Congress's fault no matter what happens.
In 15 years that the BJP is ruling, what's that?
Exactly, and ironically a lot of these BJP guys happen to be past Congress members at that time. So even in the assembly there was this issue where Vishwajit Rani and Yuri were engaged in a heated verbal thing. Vishwajit was saying that no, it's all Congress, you all did much worse than we are doing right now, basically somewhat what he said. He's like, during your time you all converted so much and made so much money, so is that justifiable of doing it now? So these kind of things were interesting to be seen, and I would be very interested to get politicians' view on this.
Trajan, what you say? You've seen this clip. What has happened? What do you make of this? It's like some, I don't know. It's like as if I'm gone to some Broadway and watching some some theatre like on in the assembly. What is it?
See, this assembly produces nothing for the common man. It does not.
Issues get taken up.
See, everybody is talking about issues. Please, you don't have to be in the assembly. There are people who are speaking about issues, taking it more vibrantly than the MLAs in the floor of the. This is nothing but a one-upmanship that is going on there. They are trying to manifest their debating skills. Okay? That I am better. You see, finally, when you see analysis coming from TV channels also, oh baro ulelo, thro baro ulelo, konen bore goyak bore kide kele, te kon na. Till today, you cannot think. My opinion, all these 40 are either on one side of the coin, or they are the other side of the same coin. Because there is all, if you see the way, as you just now said, that the TCP minister ridiculed
it was
the LOP. He pointed out to the earlier, who brought in 16B, what are they talking? What are we talking about? You see this alliance that recently took place for the Jilla, such an alliance can never throw this BJP government out as long as you have a mole in the alliance. who's declaring seats even without the alliance being there. Doesn't care.
More than that, choosing of candidates was quite bad, I feel, in the thing. Don't you think?
Choosing comes afterwards. When I am putting up candidates, declaring them directly, what is the meaning of it? I don't care for you. How can you, when an alliance talk is going on, how can you declare and then friendly fights? What nonsense is this? You have disturbed the whole thing. And earlier they used to talk about, we see our strike rate. See, now what happened in the 9 seats? What is the strike rate? And that was a Congress seat. What was going on?
Yeah, I met when we had this, Francis, before I come to you, you are part of that Ferdin movement, yeah, that land thing. So I had gone there during the youth thing. There I met this old Goa, Glenn, who stood, Glenn. He was grumbling me, saying, what is this? The Congress guys, Amit Patkar is telling me, or the Yuri is telling me this one. These names are just for representative purposes. They are telling me, no, you back down and that Khalap, why are you filing? He was grumbling. He's saying, what is this? He's saying, look at the number of votes that this guy has taken. Look at the number of votes it is a Congress seat and I was made to lose. What is this game? Is what he was grumbling on.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The mole is there within.
Okay, anyway.
Within the alliance.
So,
what to allow the BJP to be dislodged at the end of the day?
I don't know.
How can a man who has opened the gates of destroying the environment of Goa in the BJP government?
But according to the Congress, he is like the second coming here. Yeah.
According to the Congress.
According to the Congress. Who is it?
Not according to the people of Goa.
That type, we don't know.
No, you have already seen it. In
the ZP.
No, why is ZP? Let me get into it. Without an alliance, they got 3 seats. Congress got 17 seats.
Without an
alliance.
Okay.
With an alliance, they got 1 seat. Congress got 11 seats. What Congress? People of Goa know it. People of Goa will never accept this.
See, like you said, this agitation and movement that is being organized, and which I am a part of also, where Justice Rebello has taken the lead and he's started this movement to save Goa's land specifically, because it all boils down to land at the end of the day.
No, I don't know.
This is partly boils down to land, and
because money
it is a
from
big,
land
it is a big
controls
thing.
everything else.
Yeah, but it all hovers around land. It centers around land. This agitation has riled up the TCP minister like nobody's business, and that is his frustration that we saw in the assembly today. Now, if you ask me, and this show is supposed to be an audit of what is happening in the assembly.
Exactly.
If you audit what is happening in the assembly, yeah, you can really see that the TCP minister is badly rattled, and he's like a wounded animal, just trying to latch out and just harp on anything. But it was the job of the LOP to shut him down and to tell him that
could not do it,
which he could not do. Before, if I was in his place, I would have said, your father was the same Congress leader.
Brought it up.
He's still the same Congress leader.
He brought it, but it didn't come out.
It didn't come out. The thing that I'm saying is that all of those 33 MLAs that are there sitting in the treasury benches, all of those 33 MLAs, out of them 30 are ex-congressmen. So it is not that the Congress did this and the BJP did that, and it is the same people and the same old politicians who are looting the state of Goa are sitting in the assembly. So the audit should be about how many of these characters need to just be thrown out of that assembly, and how many of them need to deserve to be back in the assembly, and mainly about how many should be thrown out. According to me, I think 95% of them are sitting on those chairs, and they have been selling Goa, whether they've been sitting in the Congress chair or the BJP chair, whether they've been sitting in the treasury benches or they're sitting in the opposition benches. They are conniving amongst each other, and they are all collectively selling everything that is there to sell in Goa for their own profits, and those people need to get thrown out, and new MLAs, younger people, non-corrupt people need to get elected. And that's the audit.
Pause on this point. Now, who selects candidates? If you don't, you're you have been with Aam Aadmi Party and whatever, but I will bring Trajan onto this, because he's been in election here right from the Congress days. Who elects the candidates? Who selects the candidates? It is the Congress leaders. So if you give bad people part, like even this time there was a huge RG and Congress had a major ruckus because some defector was taken in Kankan XYZ by the Congress alliance candidate. There was a friendly fight where a winning seat in Old Goa was lost. So that now the assembly is supposed to have taken up a lot of issues, but ultimately the people who are in the assembly are elected by the people. Now Congress has got 20-25% or whatever of the vote. So if you give bad candidates, then the people are forced, the people who are not ideologically with the BJP are forced to vote for those candidates.
Exactly.
Now,
See,
not
and-
only in
and-
that, including in Aam Aadmi Party, including in any party.
See,
You agree with this?
Yeah, I agree with this. See,
It's
to answer,
ultimately the selection of the people.
to answer the question, the answer lies in a people's movement, and that is why.
No,
that
no,
is
it
why,
doesn't lie. There
that
are
is
no
why people are
movement.
seeing.
No,
that is
no.
why people are seeing hope in a movement, because they've lost hope in the opposition parties. They've lost
not
hope,
possible.
hope in parties like the Congress to take up this
I disagree
and fight.
completely. If the people's movement is anti who?
Is anti the current top of politicians.
Stop. No, it is anti-government. Now it is, see, listen, understand, elections is you fight one against the other. You don't fight one against either God or the devil. It is one election against one person. Now suppose all these things are anti-government, like who is converting the land? The government, right? So who is going to get suppose the benefit of this is going to go to whom? It's going to go to? It's going to go
To the current politicians.
to the certain party. No, forget about the politicians come later. Party. So suppose if the selection of candidates based on this movement is wrong, you're back to square one. Trajan, sorry Subhashish, I want to bring Trajan. You agree or not?
Francis is
Idealistic?
Idealistic. And
Oh,
his whole-
activist.
His whole confidence or hope is based on the present movement that has started.
Sorry.
I
beg to differ. I beg to differ.
No, you are begging because I'm making it a little stronger.
Okay.
I'm not really differing. I'm trying to tell you that, see, first of all, only a political unit can dislodge this political unit.
Absolutely. Fully on
Okay.
it. Subhashish, you agree on this?
The movement of citizens, which makes it clear that politicians will not be given a platform there. Then who is going to drop the government out?
I don't know. I have no idea. You
See,
tell me. You are the politician.
People have got some hope in the name of Ferdinand Ribeiro. Not in the with the 16B and 17.2 and 39A.
That's all BS.
It's going on. It is nothing new. It is a hope that has come in the form of Ferdinand Ribeiro being a legal luminary, having a status of a. Plus, he knows basics of politics, being an MLA.
Former MLA.
But he has rightly taken the call. I will not lead the movement. If he is not going to lead the movement, who?
is going to lead? Subhashish,
Enough is enough. I am with it. I supported that movement. It has come on the news.
Yeah.
But enough is enough. After that, who? You have got more sitting down there, man.
forget about the votes. I'm about candidates.
Are fellows who got
This movement is
16
going-
guys sitting down there. What nonsense is going on?
Understand. Goa, everybody, these politicians on all sides, they blame Goans, they blame Goa. Goans have been sending 50% of the politicians home. They've been sending 80% defectors home. So whose fault is it that the people are, the same candidates are given by the party? The party's fault, whichever party may be.
Party is run by whom? Party is run by politicians who are senior than whoever sitting in the assembly.
One.
And those same people are choosing these same people as candidates.
Correct. Second thing, why are Goans leaving Goa? Why? Because they have no opportunities here. Why are Goans selling their land? Because they have no opportunities here. And on top of that, why? Because we cannot fight with the illegalities which are run by the government across the board. Anyway, you disagree with me or you agree with me. Subhashish, you are a journalist. You tell us what you're watching on this.
Yeah, the candidates that these parties select is one of the major reasons why we're seeing the same thing happen again and again. It's the same people, just in a different party, different banner behind them. And as far as these movements are concerned, for a while, yes, they create that sense of unity and that hype, like yes, we will fight. But then given enough time, they die out. We saw the same thing with the Mole protest. Once the project was kind of stalled, the whole movement died. Now you never hear anything about Mole. Now the Bandura project, all those projects are
But
still
those
in
are
the
specific movements for specific
now
objectives.
enough is enough again is surrounded again only around this land dealings primarily.
Yes,
So
yes,
once
only
if this thing
this
is
section,
if
that's
this
all.
thing is stayed, if this thing again falls back, then are we back to square one, getting the same politicians elected
Back again?
Maybe just a different issue, then you have another movement coming in. These movements I feel are nice to get, especially youth out there, because a lot of youth this time came
Youth has
out.
not come.
No, not for the very movement, but people like Sohail Furtado and all, they had their own meetings where they got a lot of youngsters involved, and like they were educating them on how we can tackle this using social media and whatever ways they can. But apart from that, I don't really see any concrete. It's just about talking. Now they are having events. They had in Panjim, they had in Mapsa, they have in Margao. It's a lot of
Now the Margao one must have started, must be on.
yeah today. It's a lot of people talking. They go on stage, they talk, they motivate, they rile up the crowd. But then what? What happens once everyone goes home? Now elections are just a year away, if not sooner. But then will that really impact the elections if the same candidates are contesting?
It will, because it will help the party, and then the party will become strong. The ruling will go on the back foot, and then the candidates, then the party will say, okay, we are the next best thing that can happen. We'll put whoever we want.
See, therefore, I've said this hope that Francis has got is a very hazy hope. You see that this movement, as Justice Ribeiro is on record to say that I would be the fulcrum. As a fulcrum, is he prepared to put up that these 5 people will be the political face?
Yeah, easy.
Easy?
No,
These
see,
5 people will be the political face.
See.
The rest candidates will come in. Can you name it?
See,
Has
as
he
of,
got the thing?
as
I
of-
think Elvis is with him and Sandesh is with him, the former radio.
Yeah, so they are sitting down.
Yeah.
see,
Something
as of now, as of now, it's a as
Actually,
of,
something else was happening there.
as of now it's
See it.
you know, see, as of now the movement is in its very initial stages, and as that organization gets formed and things move forward, we will like all see. Even I'm
So
hoping to see.
will that happen? Because Justice
Yeah, it
has
will-
said that
it-
he's not going to lead it.
No,
it
he's
will
not
happen.
going to read it.
It will happen. There will be other
He has
people who will come
understood
up
the pulse. He knows Goa's pulse. Not
He knows.
He is
You don't-
fully aware of Goa's pulse. He is fully aware of all
See.
happening. He is rightly has given no credit to any of the city MLAs.
See, rather than
And what I'm
discuss,
saying,
rather
yeah,
than
one
dis-
minute. Another thing, we are all mixing and confusing. And defectors should be taught a lesson. My question would
And the people are teaching them a lesson.
let
What do you
let me
need?
finish. I'm talking
Why
of
do you need
I'm
the-
talking of the debate and the talk. Should a defector be kept away, or a betrayer should be kept away?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is a big difference according to me. You betray the whole thing.
Yeah.
Who will go with Parida?
You know what? See, I'll tell you. At the end of the day, when we are discussing a movement and what will come out of the movement is very different. What we are like, you know, in an assembly audit, what we are auditing is the performance of the current MLAs
I told you,
that are-
all current affairs on one side or the other.
wait.
that are in the assembly. And according to me, all the MLAs that are sitting in the treasury benches, they have zero interest of Goa in their mind. They have just their power, they have just their pockets, and their greed in their mind. There are very few MLAs like Viresh Borkar, for example, who, like, you know, at least I don't see that kind of agenda with a man like him. I don't see that agenda with a Cruz Silva. There are a few of them where I don't see that agenda. But in the opposition also itself, like he said, there are some who have bought amendments like 16B, which were grossly misused and lands were sold. So the idea is whether it's this movement or another movement or something that happens which changes the course of things. Now, for example, there was a political movement in RG which was supposed to change the course of things. Did the people vote for it? Only 10% people voted for it, and one MLA was coming out of it. They had good candidates. They had, like, Aam Aadmi Party for that matter, they had very good candidates in a lot of the seats. People who are clean, people who have like proved themselves in social work or in social service. But at the end of the day, what happens is these larger parties have the mammoth mechanisms and the engineering to do an election, and what changes that is a complete movement or a complete sea of change. When that wave happens or that change happens, then people decide, okay, now enough is enough and we'll change it. So this movement of enough is enough is going towards that. There is no other direction in which it is going. How it reaches there is something that I can't predict right now. Although I'm like part of the organizing team, I can't predict anything that will happen, because currently it started off as a very small thing. It was that Justice Justice Rebello put out a statement. He got a lot of coverage for that statement, and then he decided to have a small event for 20 people to discuss how to, like, take this forward and what to do. Instead of a 20 people meeting, that grew from 20 to 100 to 600.
So how will it help the assembly? If next time the assembly...
So the whole idea is a movement like this converts into a wave, and a wave allows
Subhashi,
people to elect
now,
new different candidates.
You think this will help? Like, for example, now we are talking about assembly, what has happened? I don't know, too many issues, promises were given in the assembly, like Digambar said that now the roads will not be broken up, but we need to do this, and then Vande Mataram was discussed, and then the governor gave his speech. He said the law and order situation is very perfect. We are like probably as good as Kuwait or Saudi. We are that good as far as law and order is concerned. So all those things he said. So what happened in the assembly then? Last, more than that?
I don't
But
know.
it was an interesting as well.
It was interesting. I mean, there were some very
Yeah, things are very interesting. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, there were people from the BJP itself raising issues that there's no water in my constituency.
Yeah,
and
which
I
is-
was like,
Yeah, because they have taken the opposition space, no? They are just
See,
covering the
it's all
opposition.
diversion. Yeah, the water is now, these matters haven't been spoken there. Somebody is saying that reception should not be allowed, should be allowed after hour. And these are not
but these are the
matters
same
in the
issues.
assembly. And
no, but these
you can go to the
MLAs,
chief minister and get it settled up.
no, but these are the same MLAs that have been raising the same issues over the past 3 years. Now, this is the last year in their term. They have been fighting over the same issues, especially places like
But these are
Mormugao.
ruling MLAs.
Ruling MLAs, but even
Why these issues are not being taken up by the
No,
people?
I'll
yeah,
come
by
back.
the
1 minute.
One second, let me finish.
yeah, so that should have been like the opposition itself. Now they are raising a few issues, but then they could have just raised the simple fact that BJP's own MLAs are raising issues of not having water. Like, what is the BJP itself doing in their own constituencies? Now we are only seeing projects that are funded by the center that is being boasted by the state. We have big Atal Setu, Zuari Bridge. We are going to have a rotating restaurant over one of the bridges and all that. But we don't have water. We don't have proper internet. We don't have basic facilities.
And huge permissions are being given for huge projects. From where is that water and electricity going to come? Are Baba, Trajan Bab, Sangam come.
See, as I told you, all the 40 are on one side.
Aye, but from where's the water and electricity going to come here? Forget about those on one
Tell
side,
me what
other side.
is not the opposition prepared to make a movement?
I'm asking you, you're part of the opposition.
1 minute.
You are part of the India Alliance
No, you
before
are
that.
talking to, let's talk about the 40 MLAs. Talking about them. What are you talking about me?
But you are part of the
Yes, I'm there.
of the opposition.
I am speaking how much I can speak. Okay, my question is... on the
What
floor.
are you guys doing? Is
I'm
there
telling
water?
you,
You're getting
Bob
24/7
Francis-
water
Bob
or
Francis-
24/7 electricity you're getting?
Bob Francis is only exposing...
He's got 2 MLAs.
No.
You don't have any. You had one, it's gone.
He has got those two.
Boss, you're talking about Cruz. If Cruz manages
See,
to return his seat, no, I will go to Kashi and come back.
There is a difference between the MLAs leaving and going. He has left them and gone. This is the big difference.
No, but tell me one thing. My point is, you all are opposition. What are the opposition talking
coming to the
here?
point.
We have 24/7 water.
Francis was
We have
trying to
electricity.
explain-
Our roads are there.
Francis is trying to explain
Every
about
3 bombs I have to do alignment of the car
Francis is
here.
the niceties of the candidates. I think this is very,
He's being polite.
very
Are
fine.
you going to stand? Wait 1 second.
Yeah, good.
Are you going to stand?
No, no, no,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to stand.
Okay. Now municipality elections are coming up. Are you going to put up candidates?
Yeah,
for
we are
elec-
putting up a candidate.
How many candidates? At least 5. Let's see if you have. Let's see if you have the capacity.
Let's see, we have 5. As of my last conversation, we've got candidates in almost 28 out of 30 wards already.
No.
Out of
Forget about 28. You just put up 5 and win 2.
No, we've got 10 of the wards.
Don't be like
10
don't
of
be
the
like
wards.
AAP last time. 40 seats and get
10 of the wards are in Panjim.
Yes.
20 are in Panjim, 10 are in
You
Talegaon.
just put 5 to 10 and win 5.
We are-
Are you agree with me, or you want 28 and lose all?
You put 5 and win 2, you will be the hero.
Yeah. You don't put 28 and lose all. Please don't do that.
No, but
But more important, when you put up candidates or when you stand for elections, ensure that your candidates, whoever you're supporting, are good people.
Yeah, they are good people.
I don't know.
They are
That we'll
good
see.
people.
We'll see. We don't
No,
know.
I am not going to choose candidates for
You have to.
this
You have to.
who are not good
Ultimately,
people.
you have to if
we
you
are
want to
making
go.
one big this in the.
I don't know where the assembly is gone, but we'll
talking
be somewhere
about
else.
selecting good candidates, then go to the past. Every candidate that was put up was good.
No, I disagree completely.
Not this-
I am live
Go
and I
back.
completely disagree.
You go back 30 years, you will see those fellows.
30 years.
That's what I'm saying, no?
But which candidate? Our candidate Babush Monserrat was a gangster before he got into
He was
this
never.
one. He was.
He was a businessman. No, he was
No,
not.
Audit-
Boss, we've grown up since college. He's never against. Sorry. This I disagree.
Of course he
may have
was.
been in business.
Of course he was.
No, this I disagree. Anything else we'll see, but not this. Sorry.
Whatever it is, this nicety is what we are talking of. Good candidate. Everybody is good till he has given, till he reaches the pond. Once he reaches the pond,
No, that.
then he's bound to drink the water.
See, that Rajan Babu, I
That
have
is the
said
point
it.
I'm trying to make.
That.
Because
I don't agree with you.
No,
No. That I.
Boss, you
that I
have
agree
worked with people.
See, but
you have worked with people who
Glenn, that's the whole.
who were very
but
well.
not-
But they
One
did their
second,
work.
see,
What
see,
are you saying?
See, that's the whole point of.
First candidate,
That's the
when
whole-
first
sir,
selected, everybody was good.
That's the whole
Then
point of-
everybody learned that trick.
Sir, the whole point of
Okay, I'll tell
democracy.
you one thing. I'll give you an example. Now, I'll give you an example. Say of Ravi Naik. Whatever he may have been, I'm not getting into that. Now, Ravi and me, like the late, we were pretty close. But I have seen the way he has brought the crime, he has brought the gundas
He
under
also came out.
control.
He also came out of a movement only.
No,
He was.
but-
Of course, he was part of all the agitations that were happening before.
Arre,
he became-
that is as a politician, not any movement.
So,
not
no,
as an
no,
activist.
See,
Yeah,
what I
Ravi
agree.
was never an activist.
Not an activist, but he was part of a lot of movements, a lot of agitation. So what I'm saying is, I agree with Rajan Babu on that part. That everyone, when they start off well. But that's why democracy is designed in such a way that you're supposed to be having elections every 5 years, and people are supposed to be bringing out that change.
Okay. Anyway, now the speaker is coming in and all. This discussion has, like, I don't know what we discussed about the assembly, but this discussion has gone little off. But anyway, one thing, closing, you're going to put up candidates in Panjim and Kalapur.
Yeah, we are putting up.
CCP, and you're going to stand for election.
Panjim, not
Rajan, po, yeah.
Panjim,
Otherwise, next
I'm
time
putting
you
up
come and make
candidates.
laws of you.
Kalapur, I'm not putting up candidates.
Anyway, we are out of time completely. Sorry guys, whoever was watching, we got a little derailed. But I think this is much more interesting than what happened in the assembly. And keep watching. We will be back on Saturday. At the same time, we will be doing a general analysis of what has happened in the assembly and not. But today is a very interesting day. Goa365 is live from Unity Mall and wherever. And now the speaker is come. It says I'm getting yelled at from my backend team. So let's move on directly to the live coverage of the Goa Assembly. Keep watching. I'm Glenn Costa, bidding you farewell till Saturday.